Said my lord to my lady as he mounted his horse, beware of Long Lincoln that lives in the moss.
How far will Adult Swim go to scare us when we wake up to the TV on at 3 a.m. after falling asleep watching Adventure Time? The infomercials block is pretty interesting with how they subvert the expectations of the viewer, with classics such as unedited footage of a bear and Too Many Cooks, which are both great specials, which start off innocent and then progressively breaks down into surrealistic chaos, with strong emphasis on surreal. From having a psycho killer go on a rampage on set of a sitcom with way too many characters, to having the main character of a story fight herself in the street and crawl home as her double abuses her children. And these are both amazing specials that I highly recommend that you watch, and I will put the links in the description, but these are just specials. Is there any way for me to have the same type of nonsensical terror consistently delivered to my television set at 3 a.m.? The answer, of course, is yes. My name is Avail, and I bring you the Shivering Truth.
There's blood in the kitchen, there's blood in the hall, there's blood in the parlor where my lady did fall.
The Shivering Truth is a stop-motion surrealistic black comedy anthology, which is something I never thought I would see made. Fair warning, this video will contain plenty of adult and disturbing content, and I would please advise any children in the audience to be taken out of the room. Seriously, why the fuck would you let your children watch me in the first place? Kiddos, get out of here. The show was created by Vernon Chapman, who is a voice on South Park, has 4 Emmys under his belt, and is a regular for producing/writing on a lot of Adult Swim shows, such as The Harchie Holler, China, Illinois, and Neon Joe, Werewolf Hunter, which a lot of people don't really remember. I don't remember watching it. I remember seeing it on Adult Swim in like 2016 or something, but I digress. This man is a fucking Adult Swim juggernaut, even managing to get Trey Parker himself, one of the main voices on South Park, to voice characters for The Shivering Truth. He also managed to get Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, himself, and the others. I mean, they're probably famous too. I mean, these are just the ones that I know off the top of my head. Now, looking at other works of Chapman, you can tell he's very experimental with the surrealist content on his shows. The Shivering Truth is no stranger to this weird and twisted shit that comes out of his head. I love this show, but even I can get a little disturbed with some of the content this program can offer. It has a TVMA rating for all of its 6 episodes, which is very fitting for the stuff that they show.
I'm basking in love. I'm basking in love. Oh, I'm basking.
And if you spend your life praying for the light of love, you magnify it in your head until it can caress the stuff between your atoms.
But this is a weird show in the fact that we don't really see very many adult-oriented stop-motion series, besides maybe Hell and Back on Netflix, but I mean, who's really watching that? It's not only a groundbreaking show, it's actually a pretty interesting one. I personally like it. I've seen all 6 episodes at least 2 times now, and I find it's very enjoyable under the influence of certain plant drugs that I will not name here. Please, YouTube, don't strike down my channel. It's very obvious that the creator intended to either have people scratch their head wondering what the fuck is going on, or he intended, just like almost every other Adult Swim show, for you to be high off your ass on something to be watching this at the time that it actually aired. The humor can be described as like, it's the closest thing I've ever seen to a visual representation of a dream, because they have vague storylines, don't get me wrong. There are sort of stories, if you could pick them out of the random craziness that's going on, there are stories to be found, but you're mostly just there for the visuals and the creepy shit that can just pop up at any moment. The show revels in black comedy, which is one of its strengths. I personally like black comedy, and it's an overall breath of fresh air. I mean, this show premiered over a year ago, and I see almost nobody talking about it. I don't even see a renewal for a 2nd season, which, if this doesn't give it a 2nd season, I will actually cry. The show is downright genius with the way it plays surrealist humor, with some sketches either making me cringe with how weird or disgusting they are, or laugh, depending on how absurd it can get, or even fucking shake and cry in a corner because the shit they just showed terrified me to another plane of fucking existence. All in all, I just wanted to make this short little video to make people aware of the show. If you haven't already, I highly recommend you I recommend you watch this show. All 6 episodes are available on Adult Swim's website right now for you to stream. And I know this is a little bit different from the content that I normally make, but I just have such a high appreciation for this show. I would put it in one of my top 10 of all time. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this short little 5-minute video, please feel free to hit that like button, hit subscribe, join the, I don't know, is this Avail Army? I make random content, I make memes, I make explanational videos, I make, not really roasts, I guess they're kind of like leafy type commentary videos. And I also make meme rap music, so if you like any of that stuff, feel free to stick around. take your shoes off, please. I don't like it getting dirty. Well, too dirty, at least. And with that, I am done informing you of the greatness that is known as the Shivering Truth. Have a great night and sleep well. I was gonna do a creepy laugh, but I fucking can't.
That'll make my lady come downstairs to